Everyone hold hands! I see everything!
Our bond is strong! Stand with me!
Everyone hold hands! Hey!
Dissipate!
I see everything!
Stand with me! Witness the power of Gugwa! Our bond is strong!
Cheap trick, you win. this battle.
Everyone hold hands!
Get with me! Rain outlines your fate.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
line's your fate. Our bond is strong. Ring cutter.
Let's dance.
Stop right there. No, my sword. Let me weave you a verse. Stand with me. Illusion shattered. Right here. Emerge. Right here.
Settle down! Bow your head.
Emerge. Right here. Come on out.
Silence! Be sanctified. Bow your head.
Strike a pose.
The tides beckon.
Wow! I see everything.
Let me weave you a verse.
Everyone hold hands.
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword. Our bond is strong.
Let the show begin. Go, Barb. Ink.
Stand with me.
Right now. Right here. Shine down.
The risk is growing, but it poses no threat to me. Silence! Be sanctified. Settle down.
Emerge. Right now. Emerge.
Shower me with praise.
A sight to behold. Show them. Come on out.
Justice is blindsided. Let the mighty be humbled. The tides beckon.
Torn to oblivion. There is no escape.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Gugwa.
I'll protect us. No! No!
Our bond is strong.
Committed to memory. Grow, grow, grow.
Out of my way. Stand with me.
Let's dance.
Know my sword.
Committed to memory. Grow, grow, grow.
me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your fate. Stand with me!
I see everything. Hey! Oh, you don't know?
Lightning terrified!
Committed to memory.
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter! Dissipate!
Let's dance.
Right here, right now. Emerge. Shine down! Absurd! The mortal...
The prophecy in Fontaine. Oh no, what's happening?
Stand with me!
Strange wanderer near Warzone.
Ad Astra Abbot. Time to act. Body and mind.
Everyone hold hands.
to act. No, my sword!
Hey! The Temple of Wisdom!
Rain outlines your fate. Let me read you a verse.
Let the show begin. Hi.
Our bond is strong.
Grow.
Time to act. Dissipate.
The criteria for certificate exams are straightforward enough. What it really comes down to is whether you are willing to put in the time. If you study and practice, then it's really not all that difficult. Just let me know if you ever find yourself in a pinch. I can help you out.
I see everything. Let's dance.
Me! Body and mind.
As you wish. We can do this!
Night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Now, this is... If my calculations are correct, Wanwen Bookhouse is due to receive a batch of new releases today. Might we add a small detour to our adventure? I never embark on a journey without a good book to accompany me. Great weather for practicing martial arts, but perfect weather for reading. Hey, what's that ridiculous look for? You look as if you're trying to decipher some strange text written on my forehead.
It seems like there's another event going on at the Court of Fontaine! Look at that! Roadside signs as far as the eye can see!
Is this really okay? I told you I could do it using the leftover funds from the original deposit. Don't tell me you're afraid that I cheaped out on the dress. No, not at all. I have only the fullest. I'm just in shock, that's all. It's always been my dream to wear a Gioria boutique dress for my wedding. I really thought the chance had
Wait, isn't that Chiori? She's actually at her shop today? Oh, you've got a point.
I'm a woman of my word. If I say I can do something, then it'll be done. The first rule of business is to always keep your promises. Now, remember to not fold the gown, or store it under direct sunlight. I'd recommend only taking it out on the day of the wedding. But from the look on your face, I can tell that may be a little difficult for you.
I'll try my best. Once he sees me in this, his jaw is gonna drop straight to the floor.
Chiori, you're actually at your shop today!
Is that really so shocking? It is mine, after all. Anything you're looking for today? A custom design, or perhaps some ready-to-wear outfits for kids?
Hey, Paimon's not a kid!
Oh. That. Well, if news of the event has reached your...
Are there any fun and popular activities that we...
Ugh, Fashion Week isn't what I'd call fun. But it certainly always attracts a crowd. It's a fashion extravaganza that only takes place once a year, after all.
Will you be showing off some of your design...
Of course. All designers at the Court of Fontaine use the week to advertise their brand. If you're lucky, you could even land a large amount of orders as soon as the main show ends. Come to think of it, it was also at a previous Fashion Week that our label first took off.
Aren't you pretty much an established name now? People will still buy your clothes even if you don't participate.
Yeah, that's not quite how it works. Why would anyone patronize a label that hasn't even bothered to put out any new designs for the year? In the end, fashion is just a representation of the spirit of the times. People support your brand because they support the vision it represents.
Huh. Okay, so maybe fashion's more complicated than Paimon thought. All that complicated stuff aside, you're saying we'll be able to see new Chioria designs at the show?
Absolutely. The designs have already been finalized. I'm just waiting for the fabrics to arrive.
Ooh, are you using materials you can't get in Fontaine?
Well, I still have a certain partiality to Inazuma-made fabrics. The textures are pleasant.
Oh,
Something like that.
we're a long way from
No need to worry. I've already taken steps to ensure that it'll arrive safely. I've entrusted the job to Komani Express's most reliable courier.
Excuse me. Coming through. Chiori, your shipment's here. I know it's quite late, so I'm...
Deep breaths, Kirara. Then start again.
Oh, so Kirara's the courier you were talking about.
Oh, hey, Traveler and Paimon. Fancy seeing you here in Fontaine. It's been... Wait a second.
So, what was the holdup? Sailing delays, bad weather?
Huh? No, nothing like that. I just ran into a bit of trouble, that's all.
Bandits, then? Or treasure hoarders? A few run-ins on the road aren't usually enough to give you any trouble.
Well, I didn't run into anyone exactly. I just got a...
Keeping you honest as always, I see.
Alright. I was stopped by a group. They were a little different from the ones I usually run into. I could hear them mumbling about Komania Express. It was...
So it was a targeted hit?
I got the sense that they were actually targeting Chiori's goods.
My fabrics?
Yeah, they said that I could go as long as I left the goods with them. Otherwise, they'd stuff me into my delivery box and toss me into the sea.
Oh, are you
I'm good. I'm still a yokai after all. I turned them over to the guards. It just took me a while to round them all up.
Well, it's not completely out of the ordinary for one of your deliveries to get intercepted. But it still doesn't make sense how you knew it was my goods they were after. You've got other deliveries to make, and is there something else that you're keeping from me?
Huh?
Perhaps I need to reconsider how many stars to give you in my review.
You always know how to... So, I kinda wanted to know why anyone would order a hit on me, so I spent a bit of time investigating. One of the bandits had a loose tongue, which saved me some time. He said that a certain person had commissioned them to intercept Chioria Boutique's delivery.
And who might...
Chiori, why don't we just let this one go? I mean, I didn't really get injured, and you've still got Fashion Week to worry.
I appreciate your kindness, Kirara, but if I don't teach this person a lesson, anyone that dares to mess with one of my friends deserves a stern talking to and then some.
All right. The guy said that the commissioner was someone by the name of Uter.
Uter. Now that name rings a bell. Wouldn't you say, Kirara?
Well, that's exactly why I didn't want to bring it up to you.
So you both know this
Through Chiori's complaints about him, sure. He's a fellow fashion designer who's made it his goal in life to make hers as miserable as possible.
Oh, so he's like a business rival.
A rival is what you call someone who fights you fair and square. Uter, however, just has it out for me as a designer. He's publicly disparaged my design choices, my use of materials. He's practically tried every trick in the book to ruin my good name. I've already warned him before to compete with me fair and square, but I guess he prefers playing dirty. Well, I'm more than happy to oblige.
Wait, Chiori, where are you going?
To teach someone a lesson. You must be tired after your long journey. Why don't you rest in my shop for a little while before...
Chiori!
And she's gone.
Oh no.
You seem concerned.
Well, she's always been the type of person to face things head on. But with her fiery temper, I'm just worried. What, Traveler? Paimon, could you go after...
Yeah, we'll take good...
well...
time to act.
Any chance you're on the clock, officer?
Nothing good ever comes out of you addressing me like that. Oh? And I see the Traveler and Paimon are here
Chevraz, we meet again.
Well, things have been fine on my end. We were able to bring in a large number of recruits thanks to that film we made. I suppose the trade-off is
Well, you were one of...
So, did something...
Indeed it did. I'll need you to come with me.
I only ever hear that phrase from you. Usually I'm the one asking people to do that.
Well,
Not before I know what you're planning.
have I ever made a bad call?
The better question is, have you ever made one that didn't violate proper procedure?
Okay. A man hired a group of bandits to mug my friend. I'm about to go teach him a lesson.
Are you sure this is something you should be telling the captain of the Special Patrol? It's getting hard to tell whether you're here to report a case or turn yourself in for one.
Neither. I'm requesting personal supervision from said captain, so I don't do anything too out of line.
Are you planning to?
Not if I can help it.
All right. Where is this person?
Follow me.
Just promise you'll start trying to keep yourself out of trouble.
Well, when trouble stops coming my way, I'll be sure to get on that. This should be the place. You all wait here.
You know, Chevraz, Paimon gets the sense that you two are...
It's just as Chiori said. We got to know each other pretty well in our lines of work. You could call it a you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours sort of.
Does Chiori often need your help?
I'd say it's mutual. The Special Patrol needs her help quite often as well. We've got tough problems of our own. The uniform, the musket, they're intimidating. Most people clam up the minute they see us, but put them in a clothing boutique, and they suddenly start gushing faster than the waters at the fountain of...
Oh, is it because they're trying to show off or something?
Yep. People are vain creatures. As a result...
You scratch...
Exactly. And in some very... So, who got...
Oh, so this...
Huh? Uter...
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiyo, so he's back.
Whoa, what's this about a funeral all of a sudden?
I just meant that Uter's done for. Now bring it in, you two. Get right up close. Because this is probably going to turn into one of those very rare cases I just talked about.
What are you doing? Stay away from me!
Has anyone ever taught you the definition of stupidity?
Huh?
Stupidity is doing the same meaningless thing over and over again. It appears you've forgotten what I told you before. So, allow me to refresh your memory. Lay off the dirty tricks. Oh, and if you dare lay your hands on my friend again, you can expect a far less pleasant landing next time.
Chiori?
Officer, an assault's in progress! Please, officer, you've got...
Of course. I'll do my utmost to investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was chatting with this traveler and seemed to have missed what happened. Not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene, I'm sure I'll be able to collect some useful evidence. You don't mind, do you? There's nothing in there that would implicate you in any illegal activity.
Forget it. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such disorderly conduct in the future, especially out in the open like this.
Apologies, officer. I guess you could say I'm just used to tossing out any trash I come across on the street.
You...
Is there anything else either of you have to say for your—
That's all from me. I sincerely hope that today's events will never happen again.
We'll see about that.
Whoa, that scared the heck out of Paimon! How did he just go flying out like that?
You're too kind.
Now's not the time to be accepting compliments. What happened to not doing anything too out of line?
Oh, not if I could help it, is what I said. And I think I kept to that. I started with a verbal warning, but he displayed neither shame nor remorse. If anything, he kept running his mouth with insults and threats.
Insults and threats so bad that he deserved to be tossed out like a sack of trash?
Believe it or not, they were that bad. He deserved to get knocked down a peg. It's the only way to get him to stop.
You could have reported him to the guard.
Oh, I will. But it'll take some time for them to gather evidence. And he denied that he ever had anything to do with those bandits. I don't want anything else to happen during Fontaine Fashion Week. On top of that, if Kirara is going to continue delivering goods for me, the least I can do is guarantee her safety. Oh, that reminds me. There is another favor I'd like to ask of you today.
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your favor quota for the day.
Have I? Well, it's a good thing I was planning on taking an advance on tomorrow's quota then.
Don't you think you're maxed out on advances already?
I always pay you back in information. It's just like you said. You scratch my back, and I scratch yours. We're back.
You were gone for an awfully long time.
There's nothing to worry about. All you need to know is that you'll never have to worry about someone in Fontaine messing with your deliveries
Sorry, Chiori.
What are you talking about? You didn't do anything wrong. Those greedy bandits are to blame, along with a certain someone who doesn't know when to lay off the petty tricks. The next time you need to leave the city, call the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. They'll escort you half of the way, and the Spina di Rusula can take the second half. With that sort of escort, the next time you make a delivery, those treasure hoarders won't go anywhere near your goods. Unless, of course, it's to offer to carry them for you. I'm being serious. You know me. If I bring something up, you can assume it's already a done deal. You're going back to Inazuma tomorrow, right?
Wait, you don't mean...
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's going to take a small detour during their daily training tomorrow. As for Navia, I'll give her a heads up in a bit.
There's really no need. I'm just a simple courier. I don't need to be surrounded by a bunch of armed guards. Or ones with sunglasses, for that matter. Don't you think this is a bit much?
Well, you certainly shouldn't count on such a procession for every trip you make to Fontaine. It's just a one-off thing. For my own peace of mind. It'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who dare to mess with my friends.
Well,
with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything should be good.
I believe so. I'll try to churn out a few more outfits over the next few days. I've heard a lot of suppliers will be
Paimon's gonna take a guess and say supply.
But of course, they supply... That's also...
but isn't your brand already really famous, Chiori? Your clothes are so pretty and so nice to wear. I can't help but brag about them to my customers whenever I get the...
Even so, I would imagine there are still people who've never heard of the Chiori brand. Yeah.
Well... I mean, with the amount of places that I deliver...
Then it's still not famous enough. My goal is to make...
All of it? Your business would...
Wait, would that mean I could just go to any Chioria branch on the continent to get my clothes fixed? It has been pretty inconvenient having to come to Fontaine every time I need to get them patched.
Alternatively, of course, you could just be a bit more careful with them. They're already about as durable as I can make them.
Okay, I'll admit, they do get snagged on branches pretty often, but I can't help it. It's hard to be careful about that sort of thing when you're trying to take a nice nap in a tree.
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should do...
I'm sure I could think of something.
Oh, what is...
Why don't you come to my shop tomorrow and model for me? Simply put, you'll serve as my living mannequins.
Oh, so we get to try on some of your...
Seeing them off the rack will also give me the chance to make some small adjustments to the stitching and the silhouette of the design.
Sounds easy enough.
Most of the clothes you see during Fashion Week are meant to showcase the designer's vision. But if you like them, though, feel free to visit the boutique and see if anything catches your eye. I'll even give you a special discount.
Ooh, sounds good.
Then we have a deal.
Yep, sounds good. Wait, kids' clothes?
Eye-catching outfit for this show.
Now, this is what I call a moment of solitude.
Chiori, we're here!
You're here early. I haven't even opened...
Wait, has Kirara left over?
Yep, with the special patrol. Bright and early.
Did everything go all right on the...
I believe so. The patrol makes for quite the entourage. The way they marched forward with Kirara in the center, you'd think she was some sort of VIP. For the second leg, the Spina also came with a pretty large group, led by Navia herself. They took care to clear the path beforehand as well. Kirara won't so much as step on a single stray rock on her journey. I even heard that Navia decided out of the blue to make a batch of macarons as a going-away gift for Kirara. An excellent souvenir to remember Fontaine by.
Sounds like Navia really got into...
My thoughts exactly.
You know, now that you mention Navia, Paimon thinks the two of you are actually pretty similar. You say what you mean, and when you have an idea, you really...
I suppose that's why we're such good friends. Navia has a certain resilience about her. It's part of who she is. That same spirit...
It's like finding the...
Indeed. Customers pay attention not just to the clothes, but also to the figures in society who wear said clothes. People like to copy the styles of those they look up to.
Huh. And here Paimon thought all that mattered was for the clothes to look cute.
Fashion is about more than just looks, my dear. Especially if you've got your sights set on a market the size of Teyvat. Well, would you look at the time?
Oh, yeah.
Indeed. Give me a moment while I go retrieve some fabrics and sample outfits. Why don't you help me set up the shop displays in the...
Set them up?
Just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their types and styles. This way...
Whoa, there sure is a lot...
Well then, I'll leave the displays to you.
So, we just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
Not bad. You might just have an eye for design. Anyway, let's move on to the real... Over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first. Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Oh, good morning, Leanne. How have you been, Reese? Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball. Or did you come here today?
Oh, no. Nothing like that, Miss... but you can keep the deposit, of course. I know you can't return any materials you've...
Don't worry about the materials. I'm more concerned about you. Did something happen, Leanne? It's all right. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Is it just Paimon, or was she acting a bit strange just now? What?
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a while. A family emergency, an important payday falling through, a lover's quarrel, no one to take you to the ball. Judging from the look on her face, something's keeping her from revealing the truth to us.
Well, guess this means you'll have more time to work on that.
That's true. Come.
Is Miss Chiori in?
I am. How can I help you?
I'd like to return this item.
Oh.
It's just, not to my liking. You said I could get a refund if I wasn't satisfied,
Is there something about it that didn't meet your expectations? Are the sleeves too short? Or is the color too dark? I can always make those...
No need. You don't have to concern yourself with that. I'd just like that refund.
And I'd be happy to process that for you. If you could just tell me the cause of your dissatisfaction.
Is Chiori here? I'd like to return my outfit.
Another one?
Is there some sort of new calamity coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? What does the prophecy say this time? You'll be spared if you get rid of all your clothes? Surely the entire population of Fontaine didn't convene and pick this one day to come and return my clothes.
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh? The way I see it, this shop is nothing more than a black market front run by a bunch of dirty... Please, calm down.
Oh.
Haven't you heard? Chioria Boutique has been exposed for having close ties with criminals.
And just who is it that dares to throw that accusation around?
Well, you tell us. The fabrics you've got here, they're all sourced from underground factories.
I've been transparent about my materials from the very beginning. I've already proved there's nothing wrong with... If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you, then by all means, go ahead and hand over your garments right now. Spare yourself from that flood of yours. Or have you not been convinced of that one just yet?
You...
Elof!
Miss Chiori?
Go outside and help these customers with their return requests. There's no need to ask them why. We'll refund them at the purchase price. And once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
Got it.
Chiori.
They couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. No need to worry about them. I'm sure they'll go away on their own in a few days. The real goal here is to divert my attention away from Fashion Week. The best response right now is to tune it out and focus on finalizing my design.
If you say so.
The best way to respond to public...
Miss Chiori, bad news!
Oh, for the love of... Can a woman not get a moment of peace to do her work?
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer be able to supply us during Fashion Week.
What? No accessories? Not even the ones we pre-ordered?
Yes, that's what they're messing.
And what about the models we asked them to book for us?
I think they'll probably pull out as well.
Even the suppliers believe them.
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already left.
So, no accessories means no brooches, no bow ties,
Not just that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread, all the elements that lend life.
But if you take those away, does...
Alof, you stay and watch the shop. I'll go talk to the supplier myself.
Yeah, and we can...
Thank you. In that case...
We really are just going to talk, right?
Of course. I wouldn't do anything to one of my business partners, especially when a reasonable conversation should suffice.
Who is it?
Venger, it's Chiori. We've worked together all these years. The least you could do is allow me a face-to-face
Straightforward as always, I see.
And when has following convention ever gotten me anywhere? Why hire a messenger when I can just explain things in... I don't like to waste my time on baseless lies and speculation. Maybe...
You're right. I only subscribe to the Steambird. And most days, I never even read the up.
So, these rumors. The Steambird was the one that published them?
No, not at all. They were in some second-rate fashion tabloids.
Well then, there you go. Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can read them. Surely a bit of tabloid drama isn't worth cutting off my
You would think that. But this time someone paid off the tabloids to publish the same article at once. They even went so far as to leave a copy in front of every house. That's how I first learned of the rumors.
Every house? That means...
It seems your rival really pulled out all the stops this time, Shiori. The article was even published alongside a photo of you.
What sort of...
A photo of you beating up someone on the street?
Yesterday?
Ucher again.
Here, I've got a copy. See for yourselves.
Behind the scenes, the true Chioriya boutique takes shape. Not a fashion house. Relying on its close ties.
I don't know what happened, and I don't want to comment on things that I didn't see with my own eyes. Still, that photo shows you to be the clear.
Yeah, he was the one who started it.
I appreciate you standing up for me, Paimon.
That's right. The court of public opinion has already made up its mind. Still, I've got to give your rival high marks for effort. They even dug up the fact that my father once served time in the Fortress of Merope.
But that was so long ago.
In the world of fashion, your past is like a piece of clothing stained with mud. Once tainted, they claim that most of your clientele are criminals and that those who buy your clothes are just like you. People who silence all dissent with violence.
The absurdity. I don't even know which part to laugh at the most.
Well, it's no laughing matter. Maybe your clientele are criminals. Maybe they're not. There's even the possibility that they're just people who happen to commit crimes after buying your clothes. But with the way this article combines fact with rumor...
Venger, are you sure you won't reconsider? If we go...
But I'm no longer that brave young man with nothing to lose. I've got the family business to consider now. I'd be perfectly happy to work with you again after this. But my daughter is manning the store during Fashion Week, and I don't want her implicated in all of this. She doesn't deserve to be swarmed by all that negative publicity. Let me offer you a piece of advice, Chiori. For old time's sake. Let this Fashion Week go. There's always next year.
You're free to wait things out, Venger. I'll make my own choice.
Have you ever thought maybe that attitude of yours is what's gotten you into all this trouble?
Have you ever thought maybe this attitude of mine is precisely what paved the way for my success?
Well, fair enough. Then I suppose all there's left to say is... best of luck. As for the models... none of them wanted to be implicated in all of this either.
Understood. Without the accessories, I can no longer use my old designs.
How could they do this?
Public opinion has never been about what's true and what's not. It's about... I should have seen it from the beginning. Uter knows me too well. Everything that happened yesterday was just a trap.
Well, guess all we can do is just head back for now.
Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Looking for you, of course. Did you see those fashion tabloids this morning?
You mean that sorry excuse for an article?
You too, huh? Whoever wrote that article must have known the Steambird would never print something so defamatory. Unfortunately, not all papers in Fontaine share our same sense of journalistic... Miss Chiori doesn't deserve to suffer all...
That's great!
It's my pleasure. I've met Miss Chiori several times. I know she was the one who made the hat and tie for my camera. Monsieur... Speaking of Miss Chiori, do you know where she went? Alof told me you were all together.
She was?
If you ask me, I think Chiori Boutique is done for.
I mean, what did they expect? Engaging with criminals behind their customers' backs.
They kept up a solid front, though. I've even bought from them before.
Really? How was it?
The owner was plenty fierce, that's for sure. Makes sense if she regularly deals with criminals, I guess. I've got the chills just thinking about it.
Oh no, we've... Did you hear what...
Miss Chiori, it's also...
Wait a second.
That would only make the situation worse for her.
You've got a point.
This is Miss Letitia. She's also here to see Miss Chiori.
Oh, you were the one who came to collect the wedding dress yesterday, right? Wait, please.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just here to thank her. In fact, if there's anything
Ah, so you've come across that article as well.
Yeah, you probably don't know this. But after I got engaged, I didn't think I'd be able to wear a Chiori dress. My fiancé owns a small business. It doesn't bring in a lot of mora. He probably noticed.
And then?
And then, something happened to the business. And we ran into major mora problems. We were able—
But didn't—
Yes. When I came to cancel the order, she asked if she heard me out, and then told me not to worry. She assured me that the deposit—
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? I've always known—
It is good. It's just— After I went home yesterday—
Ah, what a shame. He's not supposed to see it until the wedding day.
Well, see, that wasn't actually the— He's seen a lot of wedding dresses in his time doing business. So as soon as he saw it, he knew for sure that it must have cost—
Huh? So wait—
Yeah. Miss Chiori covered all the costs and held nothing back. The fabric—
Oh. Miss Letitia, I'd really like to use your story for a piece I'm writing about the boutique. Would you mind going on the record?
Huh? Well, if it would help Miss Chiori out, I wouldn't mind at all.
I could go a long way. You're—
Hey,
Huh? I thought—
Well, we were. If she didn't come back here, then do you know—
Oh, I remember now. There's this—
In that case, why don't we split up?
Oh, alright, sounds good.
How did you know where I... Alof told you, didn't
She did. We were just...
I'm not upset. Wanna sit here with me? The view's quite stunning. Don't worry. I'll catch you if you...
Alright, don't mind if we...
Well, how does it feel?
This place is pretty...
Right? It's quiet and open, and far from the relentless critique from fashion commentators and the media. It's just you and the beautiful scenery.
Yeah, it's important to take yourself out of that kind of stressful environment every once in...
I didn't grow up in a very strict family. My parents would joke that I grew up to be so assertive because they spoiled me as a child. I would get together with the other children to climb trees and explore caves. One time, I even climbed over the walls of the Kamisato estate. One of the servants had to physically remove me.
Whoa, Paimon would have never met...
But even as rambunctious as I was, when it came to needlework, I was as quiet and focused as could be. It was as if I discovered a whole new world within those vibrant, dazzling fabrics.
Sorta.
My parents noticed, and they sent me to study under a famous Inazuman tailor. It wasn't long before I had driven away pretty much every master tailor on the archipelago. You could say I really tried their patience.
You were that misbehaved?
I wasn't misbehaved, exactly. I just often had strange ideas when it came to fashion. Ones that weren't in line with traditional ways of doing. On top of that, I hated the idea of groveling and making outfits for every arrogant big shot expecting me to be at their beck and call. Anyway, a few...
No wonder you left the...
I was angry and frustrated. So, before I left, I swore to all those masters that my brand would one day become renowned all over Tibet.
Well, that's a great dream to strike.
After that, I had a lot of fun starting out. Sure, I was living in a small cramped room, but I was finally free to make whatever I had a far more naive view of fashion back then. Of course, as I spent more and more time in the industry. Oh, yeah, she did mention that dream. I'll be honest with you. That's the first time I ever heard something like that from one of my customers. Who would have thought? Even as I continue to pursue my dream, my work has also become someone else's. Alright, that looks back. It was never gone to begin with. I did say...
Paimon thinks we should look for evidence that Uter wrote that article, and that Charlotte's already working on an article to address all those nasty rumors so we can publish all our findings in this...
I don't like duking it out in the press. I know where Uter's clothing factory is located. It might...
Sounds good! As for Fashion Week, well, there's always next year...
Huh? When did this become an either-or situation? Find incriminating evidence or participate in Fashion Week. I'm doing both.
But your accessories...
Well, it's true that I haven't quite figured out what to do. To tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine, every time I see the sea, I can't help but remember Inazuma. And thinking about all that...
What did...
The sea. Seashells, coral. Come, let's...
Chiori,
Witness my magnificence!
you just jump into the sea all of a sudden?
Paimon, what do you think is the most beautiful thing in the sea?
A Lumitoile? pretty too. Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to use things like that as the accessories for your designs!
Well, now that you hit the nail on the head, help me grab some, would you?
Leave it to us! Enough, right? Paimon picked all the prettiest ones in this area. Chiori will these...
Everything looks great.
Great!
Yes, but don't... Okay, we've got the materials for the accessories. Next, we'll need to use what we have on hand to create some new outfits.
You mean we have to start from scratch? Will there be enough time?
I should be able to make it, if I skip out on sleep.
Oh no, skipping out on sleep is not the answer. Wait, how come this conversation is giving Paimon major deja vu?
Ganyu?
A friend of ours who does way too much over... Well, anyway, sleep is important. You're not gonna convince Paimon otherwise.
Well, I can't argue with you there. One thing's for sure, though. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it... All this grit and determination. It reminds me of the first fashion week I ever participated in.
What else can we...
I suppose all there's left to do is... tear up all the outfits currently on display.
You got it!
You heard me. Tear them all up. When I went to that first fashion week, I had no savings to speak of. Just a few dozen yards of fabric and a dream. I had to make something work, so I tore up all the clothes that I brought with me from Inazuma, and I used the scraps to make my entries for the show. I used the larger pieces for the base fabric, and the smaller pieces for If it worked back then, why not now?
But you worked so...
I know. That's why I refuse to let it all go to waste. I'm not going to let them win. Even if it takes everything I've ever made and more.
Okay, then... Here goes nothing.
No need to be nervous. I won't hold it against you. Of course, if anyone dared to tear up one of my dresses in front of me on a normal day, I'd probably toss them into the sewer. Just this once, though. I think I can make an exception. Go ahead and tear them up. Think of it as a good way to vent your emotions. Good job. That should do it.
Chiori, are you alright? Sorry for taking so long. I got caught up and... Whoa. Who did this? Those monsters. Slandering you in the papers wasn't enough. Give me their names. Since they're all too eager to tear up other people's clothes, I think it's about...
maybe you should calm down a bit first, cause you see,
What is this, a soap opera?
Oh, Navia sure is scary when she's angry.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a false accusation. No one's gonna orchestrate some conspiracy to take down one of my friends.
You and Chiori?
Of course. Everyone knows that Chiori makes the most gorgeous outfits and...
No.
Plus, with how much your intel has helped us out in the past, to the Spina, you're...
If I had it my way, it would be the other way around.
Anyway, we both...
If it's not too much trouble, can I borrow some skilled hands to help with some simple sewing work? I'll need all the help.
Oh, no problem. When are you going to...
Actually...
Ask away.
Oh, and Traveler and Paimon, Could you help me pass word to Linny and Lynette? I'll need their...
I'm done with my interview! Has Miss Chiori made it back yet? Oh! What happened to the boutique? Who did this? Give me names! I'll make sure every last one lands a full feature on the front page of the Steambird tomorrow!
Not this again.
Great, you're both here!
A moment later and you'd have missed us.
We read the article in the papers. We were just about... She helped design a number of our costumes in the past and even sponsored one of our performances.
Oh, perfect! She was the one who sent us!
In that case, I assume that there's something we can do to help. Just say the word and we'll take...
Okay, so it's like...
Is that all we'll need to do?
Should be a piece of cake for the
Paimon's glad to hear it! Well then, guess it's about time we go and... Chiori said we shouldn't disturb her over the next couple of days. We can check in with her again.
But the show's in another 2 days, isn't it?
Well, according to her, she wants to first beat Lieutenant fair and square at the show, and then defeat him in the court of public opinion. She said that it'd be...
A two-pronged approach?
Courtesy first, confrontation second?
Yes!
Understood. Then we'll have faith in her decision. We'll go make some preparations. See you at the venue in 2 days.
All right, we're counting on you! Okay, then let's also do... Oh,
I haven't gone camping in ages.
Fresh fruits, sweeter than syrup.
Just a few steps left now. I've handed the rest over to Olaf. We should be able to make tonight.
Wow, that's cutting it.
Don't worry. I have no intention of giving ground on either front. With the fashion show scheduled for tonight, Uter has closed his factory.
Okay.
His factory is... We're just curious.
Well,
Anyway, Uter's factory is right over there.
why would he open a factory?
We have different marketing strategies. While I specialize in high-end custom garments, he prefers low prices and large sales volumes.
All right.
You make a good point. Let's...
We're in. There really is nobody here.
Welcome, dear visitors.
Oh, Paimon nearly fell out of the air. What is that thing?
A mechanical guide. They usually use a recorded tape to give you a tour of the factory.
Please, follow me, dear guests. First stop on our tour is a look at the gradual evolution of our clothing brand. After that, we welcome you to peruse our most popular styles.
Huh. Water seems to be doing pretty well for himself, doesn't he? Why would he feel the need to bother you when he could just focus on improving his own brand?
This is the studio where our designs are made. Please, take a look around at your leisure.
Yep.
These are the fitting rooms. Please use them at your leisure.
Huh? There seems to be something in this fitting room. Why did the door just close?
Hold on tight, Paimon.
Why is it moving?
It seems to have stopped.
Where did this thing take us?
It seems like we're someplace deeper inside the factory.
This may hurt a little.
Time to... No, my sword! Our bond is strong!
Look out! There are guards here!
Body and mind. Stand with me! Strike a pose!
This place is filthy!
Look over there.
Ooh, that water looks...
And I was the one using unsafe materials?
So he was actually the one who opened an
No wonder his clothes always felt weird to the touch. He's been using all manner of tricks here in a bid to cut costs.
Should the clothes made here...
Never mind issues with shrinking and fading. These materials can give you skin problems if you...
That's terrifying! This way he won't be able to try and deny anything in court. Huh? Doesn't look like there's a path here.
Follow me. Let's go up.
This place seems like some kind of... What? What's going on? Our way in's been blocked!
Seems like he knew we'd be
You did say he knew you really well, didn't you?
Yes. And that's because... we used to be partners. When I first came to Fontaine, we were both fledgling designers who longed to gain a foothold in the world of fashion. In the beginning, we both wanted to make clothes that would stand out from the crowd, but finally, right before Fashion Week, he came to for my part.
You received the...
I don't know the... Well, let's focus on getting out of here first. Missing the show is as good as letting him win.
Oh, that doesn't seem to have done anything. That didn't...
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Go in your place!
Rain outlines your fate.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Look over there. Seems like there's a way out. Maybe we can use these mechanisms to get higher.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode. Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode. Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode. Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Make yourselves at home!
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode. Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
We finally made it out. Why does it feel like the movement patterns of those mechs have changed?
Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure. 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 Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure.
We're finally out of that stinky place. Let's take this evidence and get out of here. Finally, the entrance! At last!
Oh, those chambers couldn't hold you, I see.
We've collected a bunch of evidence on all the nasty stuff happening.
The evidence on your person, you mean?
More mechanical guards? Really? Ever thought of—
Oh, but this is—
What? Destroying Chioria Boutique? Or continuing to make your rotten
proving that fashion is merely a laughable farce. A carnival of
You know what your problem—
Spare me the lecture, why don't—
Fashion?
Well, once the people witness their former darling's spectacular fall, they'll understand how laughable—
That's what you've been trying to prove all this time? Your jaded understanding of the industry is the reason you were—
He realized long ago how utterly naive and
You gave up on your dream. But that wasn't enough, was it? You had to find— You think you— This whole—
Pathetic.
You're right.
But more—
You—
Yeah, just leave his—
No.
But he—
It'll be fine. Just go to the venue and tell everyone to proceed with the plan. I'll deal with him. Some lessons are best.
Catch up with us.
Trying to leave, are we?
I've held back all this time because of our past partnership, Uter. But all that changed after our tour of your factory. No matter what you— If I may borrow the— Allow me to show— The Chioria brand represents more than a person or a trademark. It's a way of life. Greetings, friends at Fontaine Fashion Week. Please feast your eyes on the extravaganza that Chioria Boutique has prepared for you today. Brilliant, dazzling, and wholly unique. And most importantly, an enduring, never-say-die spirit. That's the true meaning of the Chioria brand. And now, let's welcome the thundering seamstress, Miss Chiori herself!
Did Chiori not...
Lights! Cameras! Over here, please!
Let the show begin!
The world may change, fashion along with it, but Chioria will remain the same. No challenge is too great. Chioria caters to no one. Not even the times. Rather, Chioria will always lead the fashion of our time. Finally, let's not forget. Only those who do not give up on their dreams are worthy of this brand. Well then, I suppose all that's left to say is, Happy Fashion Week, fellow dreamers. A little more to the left.
Like this?
Perfect.
Phew. Oh, that look.
Of course.
I didn't know you'd make a brand new signboard.
I made it.
Well, now that you mention it, Pear would need it.
So, does that mean your signboard is going to be 2 cats and a penguin stuffed into a single...
Ooh, that sounds and a bit cramped. Miss Chiori, I'm done taking pictures. You can expect the article in tomorrow's Steambird.
Thank you, Charlotte.
It's my pleasure. Bringing the truth to light is a journalist's duty.
Going forward, feel free to custom order any accessories you need for Monsieur Verite. Of course. The same goes for you, too.
What about...
Thank you, Chief.
Well, I don't really need anything. I don't need anything either. So long as... Actually, that... Huh? About that. The Spina di Rosula has prepared a special vehicle for you, so you can just get in and we'll push it up. What? No, that's so embarrassing.
Ooh, do we get something nice too, Chief?
Of course. Just hold on a second.
Disrupting public order at the show. Appropriating venue lighting equipment without authorization. Using weaponry in public. Hosting a dangerous performance without notifying the authorities.
Shivers!
If you come across anyone who matches those descriptions, please report them to the Special Patrol at your earliest convenience.
Enjoyed that, didn't you?
Says the one who pulled that stunt earlier.
And if I had...
No.
Well, I would...
All right.
Well, friends,
I'll have to take... Oh, by the way...
I don't need to... Thanks again.
My pleasure. Oh, that was really cool.
You don't say.
all right, all right.
Traveler, Paimon, could you go wait for me at that place with the view? I'll let Navia know that we'll be a little late.
A place with...
Perfect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, we didn't wait long at all. But what did you...
Here, take that.
Oh, wow! A brooch! And in the style of Chioria Boutique, too! Wait, Paimon gets one...
I've only made 2 for now. After much consideration, you've been a great... There were even...
Well,
I know for certain. I've chased my dream for so long that I've come to apart. A single person can only do so much. Without all your help, Chioria Boutique could have easily fallen to ruin.
Well, Paimon doesn't think it would...
Perhaps my word... I'm confident...
Well, should...
Oh, yes. You know,